For 7:30 in the morning here in New York, and we're very pleased to welcome the Mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani. Good morning, sir. How are you? Nice to see you.
Happy New Year in New Zealand.
Happy New Year in New Zealand, or in Tonga, if you prefer. What time did you get up this morning?
I'm getting confused on time. I think about 5:30 or 5.
Did you really? And have you been out and around the city so far?
Yeah. Things are normal.
Did you have any thought, did you have any pressure to cancel this celebration when things began to go south in Seattle?
Some pressure, but there really was never any thought of it. I mean, the reality is, and you know this celebration, it's been going on since 1906. If we had tried to cancel it, twice as many people would have shown up. So the best thing to do is to have it and create as much security as you possibly can, consistent with a terrific celebration.
Do you think maybe you're a public official, so it's a tough question. Do you think maybe the threat of terrorism has been hyped a bit or much, or you just have to take it as it comes?
I guess you don't know that until this is all over with, right? And I don't think anybody can ever discount terrorism. I think that the imponderable is always the most difficult thing to deal with in law enforcement or anything else. So we've got 7,000 to 8,000 police officers. We've got a plan that we've used for 4 or 5 years to try to create a peaceful celebration. We had 1 million people last year, so this isn't like something new to us. I mean, we get a big New Year's Eve celebration every year.
And you got weather in your favor. Let's take a look out the window. Well, I think it's going to clear up by the end of the day. I'm not sure. Down here is probably this is probably the best place. Well, I was a little bit surprised when I came down today. Watch your feet. I was a little bit surprised when I came down today how many people there were already, and I think some of them may come for the morning television shows, but it really is quite astonishing even now, isn't it?
Absolutely. Some of these people told me they're here for the duration. This group right along here, I interviewed them myself coming along.
I actually think they're waving at you, so it's politically permissible to wave back.
I can't believe we're going to be there until midnight. At midnight, I get to drop the ball.
That's quite exciting. You watch it go up this morning?
A wonderful doctor from Doctor Without Borders.
Yes.
I practiced it a few days ago.
You did practice it a few days ago.
One year it was a second late.
It was a second late? That's unforgivable for New York City.
It was a second late, so this year is going to be on time.
What do you have? What do you have as a dream for the 21st century for this city?
I think to continue as the capital of the world. A few years ago, that was in question. I think now this is the world's premier city in many, many respects, and I want to see that continue. I want to see it become permanent.
Do you think people in other parts of the United States resent New York City?
They used to. I hope they resent us less now. So many people, half the people here come from someplace else. About half the people that are going to be at this celebration, maybe even 60%, do not come from New York City. And people seem to like coming to New York City a lot more now. And I hope they feel a sense of hospitality and connection to the rest of America that at different points was lacking, I think.
And I think we were a bit surprised to see the city had gone out to the degree it has to put on its own celebration here for 24 hours a day today.
As you cover the various changeovers in the world, they'll be having celebrations out here. They've already had 3.
And what have you got on your plate for today?
A couple of meetings at the command center. We have the whole Y2K command center going, which is...
You've been over there yet this morning?
About 200 people. No, I'm going to get there about 9 o'clock. So far, the turnovers have been terrific. But that's something we spent $340 million on, to make sure that the computers turn over correctly.
They had a bit of a blackout in New Zealand this morning, but they seem to come back online pretty quickly.
We're trying to monitor what happens in the other parts of the world to see if we can pick up things we didn't anticipate. That, whether you're talking about terrorism, Y2K, or something else, or some crazy person, the real fear that you have is the thing you didn't anticipate. You spend years and years literally planning, and then you think, well, there may be that one thing you didn't think of.
You've got about 30 seconds left. I apologize. No politician likes to hear that. But what's your message for the country? Because the country and part of the world is watching too now.
Well, this has been a great century. It's been a century in which freedom and democracy and the rule of law is spread throughout that globe that you're showing there. And let's hope it continues in the next century, I think. And New York hopefully will be a part of that.
Great. Well, you're nice to drop in this morning. I know you have a busy day.
Thank you, Peter. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, sir. Somewhere. Somewhere. Rudy Giuliani, the Mayor of New York. We'll be back in just a minute.